Hey everybody, it's Record Time with Chris, episode 7, and as you can see from the Record Store Day hashtag RSD17, this is another Record Store Day video. These titles are all recent drop-ins, and I don't know if Carrie and John have had a chance to update the list on the website yet. But I think they'll be on. There's a PDF checklist, so you can figure out the stuff that you're looking for. I think these will be added probably in the next couple of days. They might be up now. They work pretty quickly. So all right. The first thing I want to show you though is actually something that we're doing specially here. It's a reissue. It's not an official Record Store Day title because it's a Bull Moose exclusive, something we're doing. We got some help from, well, you'll see. It's a repressing of the Atco Bobby Darin single, Bull Moose, which is, we're very, very excited about this. It's, black vinyl. We're trying to keep it in the generic sleeve, very, very plain, very much like the original way it would be done. We actually had this pressed at in Nashville at URP because they actually pressed some of the original copies of this single back, I think they might have been called United Plastics or something like that at the time. But we're excited about that. We'll put them online later, but for now they're really for our local customers, who are the ones who, allow Bull Moose to grow and flourish and all that. So now we'll get on to some records that'll be easier for you to find. This is a reissue. It's exciting. This is a reissue of a private press record. And for those of you who aren't familiar with them, private press records are ones that people release themselves. We have a lot of local bands still these days who self-release albums, or like the Blend, they get the rights back to their MCA albums, and the family gets to reissue them. So this is an Oregon record. It's K. Bova at the Hammond X66, Unforgettable. And here she is. There's a nice picture of her at the organ on the back. And as you can see, her hair has not changed, even though she changed her clothes, pulled that thing over, and her hair didn't move at all. So good on you, Kay. This is by one of those European reissue labels that specialize in it. Johnny somebody, I think, is the one who did it. I forget. Anyway, they got good taste. So the other day I told you that there are a bunch of story records that are coming out, and I think in next week's video I'll have a remarkably cool one that also has a cherry tie-in, so that's great. This is a reissue of something that I think a lot of people might remember from their youth if you were buying records in the 70s. Story record. This is the $6 Million Man one, and if you it says here, look, never for those, if you weren't around in the 70s, you may not know that the $6 Million Man was the most dynamic show on TV. Yes, indeed. And you see here, he had like a bionic eye, sort of like a cyborg kind of thing, but before then.
Nels, it's me, Steve. Can you hear me?
It's close. Coming closer. 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 Oh. Steve? Steve Austin?
Yeah, Nils, it's me. Take it easy now. It's all right.
Listen, Steve. It looked like a...
But he gets no further. A man dressed in an orderly's uniform opens the door, fires 2 shots.
All right, what else would be good? Oh, over here. I'm sure some of you saw this back here and you already know what it is. The Fonzi Favorites record is being reissued, and what's really cool about this is it has a little fold-out flap, so you can set it over here. Fonzi has a sit on it button, and let's see, it's black vinyl, and it's got mostly it's really like a 50s soundtrack. It's got, Splish Splash, Charlie Brown, the Happy Days theme, of course. I Only Have Eyes for You.
Sit on it, will you?
Song. In the Still of the Night, Since I Don't Have You, Heart and Soul, Ya Ya, Rock Around the Clock, of course. Barbara Ann by the Regents, not it's a different, and then Everly Brothers and just a bunch of other stuff. So keep your eyes out for this if you're a collector of kind of kitschy past its prime thing. And you know what? We don't want to hear any there's an obvious joke that somebody's going to make about how. Well, anyway, you can make that for yourself in the comments if you want. We also have, and I'm sorry I don't have the picture sleeve for this, but they sent me the record anyway. This is a pretty cool thing. It's called The Triumph of Man, and the audio was originally released for the New York World's Fair that was up from 1964 to 1965, and this was actually RCA made this, so thank you for Sony for reissuing this. And they actually originally did it for the Travelers Insurance Company, and it's a cool historic piece there. We don't really have World's Fairs anymore. I never went. I'm too young to have ever gone to one. I kind of wish I had. We also have like an interview record. And the interviews on this are done by a well-known DJ from the 70s. She was Nightbird, Alison Steele. I think she's passed away, but she did these great interviews. And this particular one has Boston, Justin Hayward of the Moody Blues, of course, Neil Sedaka, and organist Brian Auger.
Our guest today has been Boston, and this is the Nightbird, Alison Steele for the National Guard, the most important part-time job in America.
Record store debut without a cassette. So here we have, and this is a reissue of another private press cassette, only released on cassette and in very small quantities. So it's exciting that that they've been able to talk to the family. Rosa, the farmer's daughter, and One Lady Orchestra, Volume 4. 4 is really the best one. If you've got the whole series, the other ones are kind of collectible, but 4 is the rarest one. There was a flood. I think the story goes, her basement flooded, and no, wait, it was her nephew's basement flooded, and the box with Volume 4, that was the one that had just come in, and it was on the floor. They hadn't put it up in all the, they had that strong metal shelving. And I guess what happened was they were building a bomb shelter, and in the basement, like a lot of people did back then. And I guess all the bottled water and gas masks and things were blocking it, so they weren't able to get Volume 4 up. So only a few survived. They had she did a pre-order at her church. So this it's pretty rare, but it's nice that this has been reissued. And they've got the original, it's the original thing like this. It's just, white cassette with blue printing, really nice replica of, they even have the old information on here where it was recorded, it like the real super attention to detail here, where they've got her address in Brooksville, Florida, and she was actually born on a farm in Bavaria, Germany, and the melodic style and harmony will surely suit your ear, and hopefully you'll be able to relax when you listen to the sound of music. And I know that some of these other releases are very exciting, so maybe this is the one that you put on after you get home from record store day. You'll be keyed up and excited about your purchases. Or if you still have a cassette player in your car, that would be a good one. And I think the best track on here is probably the medley of Tennessee Waltz and Beautiful Ohio. That's a really good one. There's also a whole medley of Bavarian waltzes, but you'll have to check that out. Or if you're not sure about it, you can go to her Spotify page. Now, the last one, of course, I saved one of the most exciting things for last. You really couldn't have record store day. There's always a Beatles-related thing, and so Apple has kindly allowed me to announce this before the press release is going out. I think it'll be going out tomorrow. So yeah, this is what's going to be coming out. It's a box set, 4 LPs. The Beatles. It's a collection of previously unreleased recordings, studio and live recordings. Excellent sound quality. It says they must have, they remastered the mono ones. This will be the first appearance of the full analog remastered stereo recordings, and so let's just take a look at it. So it's got a nice heavy box. There's a custom, it's like a screen printed cover here with, it's held on with, looks like some cellophane tape for that authentic feel. Let's see here. So just to show you what we have. So let's just take the record out. So it's black vinyl with every record has a different color. This is the red one. They've got some, it's really interesting printing. You can see the printing on here. On a lot of these, they have, so this is the best of the Beatles, John, Paul, George, and Ringo, together and individually. That's sort of the subtitle. And you can see they have it printed to replicate George Martin's handwriting. He compiled it. Giles, of course, was the one involved in the sequencing, but George helped out. And so it's an interesting, a lot of their collections are like Beatles 1, you remember, and even the Red and the Blue albums were in chronological order, and sometimes they jump around a little bit, it feels weird. So I think it makes much more sense to go from I'll Be Back to Hey Jude to I'm a Loser. That's a real exciting way to do it. Or let's see, that's what is this? Side 4 and 7 on this record. So here we have some other stuff. And what's really interesting is, so if you check out side 5 here, you can see the George Martin's handwriting on here. And they were able to get some of the early solo tracks in here. So you've got a really nice, it goes from Crippled Inside, the song off of Imagine, right into Lovely Linda. I mean, that, I've had the chance to listen to this. I got it last night in a special courier pouch. And let me tell you, that is it's like 2 trains smashing into an aircraft carrier. It is such a powerful moment. It's shocking, but I'll tell you, it works. And then you've got the live version of Wah Wah later on this, which Yeah, and oh, this is interesting. It says, "Wait, Mr. Postman." Now we know, of course, that's "Please, Mr. Postman." So, see, this is another. The record's black, and it's got a blue label. And here's the back, plain black. And the other records are yellow, still with the George Martin replica handwriting, and pink, yellow and pink. So you got blue, red, blue, yellow, and pink. So, and there, we also have, this is an unofficial title. It's from the Korean Record Store Day. This comes from the Tai-Do record company in Seoul, and this is another. It's like a hits compilation, and it's got the words to some of the songs on the back by like John Fogerty here. And I wonder who'll stop the rain. So some of these songs you might be wondering how the songs go. So I think they have lyrics on the internet too, but this is a little better way to do it. Tom Jones doing Dr. Love. I think Kiss covered that on the Love Gun album. That's interesting. What do we have? We've got Stay a Nile by Beatles. I'm not familiar with that. Everyday People by Say and Family Stone. That's good. That's a real exciting song. So I think it's a slightly different version that's on here. And let me show you the label again. It's black vinyl, and here's the Tai-Do label. As you can see, it's a really cool logo. And stereophonic. They've got an old style thing here, full frequency, and let's see if I can read anything in the. No, the label kind of covers up the marks in the where the engineer will write their initials or something in here, but I can't quite make out. Wait, maybe on this side. No, I'm sorry, I can't tell. I'll have to I'll check on that, and I'll just post it in the comments at the end, so you can check it out at that point. So getting a little long here, and I need to go have lunch before I got a meeting. I'm recording this Friday afternoon, and so just want to say thanks for watching, and I'll have another Record Store Day video soon, so make sure you sign up, subscribe here to the YouTube channel, because you're going to miss it. You're going to miss out. Next episode of Record Time with Chris, and don't forget the Record Store Day hashtag. We definitely want to try to get that trending really for the whole month of April. We're trying to make a big statement there, really get that every day is Record Store Day thing going. So I just want to say thanks again. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I will see you soon.